City, that's clear, but where they are and what they're doing is something that I never would have imagined 6 months ago.
Well, you think back to the 13th of August when they were beaten, humiliated by Brentford, and at that point you would never have seen this coming. The medals are handed over individually. The captains wait for the representatives of Carabao to hand over the trophy until they are all in a line, all on the platform, ready to take the acclaim and take the three-handle trophy that is the original League Cup. And here's the man who's made it all possible, the manager, Erik ten Hag. Here comes the handover. The League Cup is back in Manchester, but this time in the possession of United. The sixth time that they've won this trophy. And heroes right along the line. Rafael Varane, who's won plenty in his career. Whereas you look at somebody like Luke Shaw, it's his first ever major trophy. David De Gea has even won this one before, back in 2017. But Erik ten Hag, what a culture change he's brought at Manchester United. There have probably been key markers along the way in that, when he stood up to Cristiano Ronaldo, when he stood up to Marcus Rashford, when he was late for a game at Wolves, which he ended up coming on and winning. And really there's no doubt now who's in charge, and Manchester United reaping the benefits of that. So Manchester United, winners of the Carabao Cup 2023.
And they continue their celebrations up out on the balcony. It's all on the big screen here for the Manchester United fans. And it goes to the manager, Erik ten Hag. And that probably gets the biggest cheer of all of those men lifting that trophy. And interestingly, Roy, when they came up onto that balcony at the start, the biggest cheer from the United fans was for the manager.
Yeah, I think they realise what a brilliant job he's done in such a short space of time. He was brought in to try and obviously rebuild the club, get him to compete a bit more. Obviously what's gone on the last few years, the team have been, do you know what, it's been, I've said it, I've been really critical. I kind of disliked what they stood for the last few years. They weren't a team, they weren't in it together. Obviously issues on and off the pitch. But what the manager's done in this short space of time is fantastic. They've recruited well, they've got a spirit. We saw today they
success back to the club, the way they belong.
Do you think, look, he hasn't got the aura of Sir Alex Ferguson yet because of the longevity of Ferguson. But does he start to have an aura now?
You need to have the backup of the fans as a manager. But you know, it's a very quick game. Now it's fine. In 6 months' time, remember Ranieri at Leicester. He won the league. 6 months later, he was sacked. So, you know, as a manager, you never know. You have the result and you take game by game.
I just think when you look at Ten Hag, you look at Alex Ferguson, he knew he was in charge at Manchester United. I think you look at Ten Hag now and you think he's in charge at Manchester United now. It doesn't matter who comes in, there's no player bigger than Ten Hag at Manchester United, and I think that's what Manchester United's been crying out for a long time.
And when you think of the bad start they had, you know, you're thinking lack of confidence, the belief, imagine, from the supporters after such a difficult start to the season where they were really poor and didn't perform. The recovery from the good players, the managers, staff, then again, fantastic. Get their hands on a trophy, but in the next few years you hope United also get back to competing and winning league titles and competing in the Champions League.
And also it takes time to build a club, to build a team for a manager. You know, people are very impatient most of the time, but you need to wait. You need to wait at least 2-3 years working with the same players, with the same manager, with the same idea, the same philosophy, until you get the result. You can't get result in 6 months. It doesn't happen in football.
Yeah, totally agree. I think they've been patient. It wasn't great at the beginning, but there was a lot of stuff going on, and he settled it all down, and he stayed strong through all the things that went on with Ronaldo and everybody else. He stayed strong, and now they're reaping the benefits of that.
And what he has come across through the media, he seems like a really honest guy, and I think the players appreciated that. He wasn't bluffing anybody. He said there's a bit of work to be done. He's made some big changes at the club. You know, he's got rid of big personalities. He's dropped Maguire. He's made big changes, but he's getting the rewards because ultimately he's here to win trophies.
But he's got respect from the players with what he did with Ronaldo.
Yeah, of course.
Mostly, because when a manager do something like that with a player like Ronaldo, the players say, well, he's got the respect.
But he's also done it as they lift the trophy. Just the final one. I tell you what, we'll come back to talking about Erik ten Hag, because we'll have plenty of time to do that as the Manchester United players celebrate in front of the sponsors board and the streamers come down from the sky as well. They are the 2023 Carabao Cup champions.